Recently, we witnessed a significant downturn in IT services stocks globally. The narrative driving this crash was simple. AI is becoming incredibly good at writing code. Therefore, companies will soon build their own software by prompting AI, and IT services giants will become irrelevant. It sounds logical on the surface, but if you dig deeper, you realize this panic is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what IT services actually do. The headline people are reading is "Coding is outdated." And you know what? That might actually be true. But the conclusion that IT services is dead is completely wrong. Let me give you a piece of data that puts things into perspective. Did you know that if you initiate a financial transaction in the United States today, there is an 80% chance it will interact with COBOL code running on a legacy mainframe server? COBOL and mainframes were declared completely outdated nearly 3 decades ago. Yet, the world's largest US banks still rely on them daily. Why? Because building, deploying, and maintaining bug-free software at the scale of an international financial institution is not the same as vibe coding a trendy website for your neighborhood pet shop. At that enterprise scale, the cost of failure is catastrophic. You don't just swap out a foundational system that works perfectly just because a newer, trendy technology came along. The reality of enterprise software is like an iceberg. The part people see, the active development phase, makes up perhaps only 5% of a large-scale system's entire lifetime. The remaining 95% of that system's life is spent in maintenance, optimization, and incremental improvement. Because of this, the single most critical attribute of any great software system isn't how fast it was written. And even if we look strictly inside that small development window, writing code is only about 10 to 20% of the actual effort. What fills the rest of the time? It's requirement gathering, it's project planning and systems design, it's ensuring strict legal compliance, planning complex integrations with legacy external systems, and coordinating across dozens of internal teams. It is hours of meetings, documentation, alignment with stakeholders, and rigorously defining non-functional requirements like security and scalability. Large-scale software projects are infinitely complex human problems wrapped in technical constraints. So, even if an AI model grants a developer a 10 times productivity boost in writing code, that doesn't translate to a massive reduction in the overall workforce, because coding was never the bottleneck to begin with. But there is a second, even more important reason why IT services is poised to grow, not shrink. And that is the explosion of what software can now actually do. Thanks to recent breakthroughs in AI, the horizon of automation has expanded exponentially. We are no longer just building databases and user interfaces. We are building software that drives cars, automates complex customer service workflows, monitors real-time security video feeds, generates high-quality content, and creates video. The footprint of software in the global economy is expanding at a breakneck pace. To leverage this, enterprises will need to implement complex, multi-layered agentic workflows. They will need to connect AI models to their existing core data safely. And most importantly, someone is going to have to maintain, audit, and secure all of these massive new systems. The demand for implementation is only increasing. A lot of headcount reduction that you see in the tech world is just realigning capital investment as the priorities have shifted to AI. A similar shift has happened before, slowly and silently, over the last few decades. Think back to the days of assembly language programming, where writing a simple function took immense time and effort. Over the years, we invented higher-level languages, object-oriented programming, frameworks, and low-code tools. Developer productivity increased exponentially. But did that productivity boom lead to a decrease in the demand for software engineers? No, it did the exact opposite. Because as making software became easier and more efficient, The global demand to build new and more complex software grew even faster. The market expanded to absorb the new efficiency. AI is changing the nature of the job. Writing syntax manually might indeed become a relic of the past, but the core value of IT services has never been just about typing in code. It has always been about solving complex business problems, managing risk, ensuring security, and architecting systems that scale safely. Coding may be evolving, but the need for enterprise IT services is stronger than ever.